So I'm getting a little bit hard up for ideas for beauty videos. I don't know. I mean, not necessarily. I don't know. I just don't want my channel to only be like favorites videos, empties videos, and shopping videos. I probably should do some more tutorials and stuff and get ready with anyway. Very long-winded way of saying that I am going to do a tag video today, and I think these are just kind of a fun way to get to know people a little bit better outside of the realm of beauty, and they are beauty related questions. So I thought that I would do, well, actually I was like, oh, I want to do a tag video, and there's so many out there. I haven't seen any floating around lately. I, of course, went to my trusty ViviannaDoesMakeup archives and wanted to see what tag video she did. And this was years ago that she did this one. It's the 10 Little Secrets tag. So I just have the questions right here and let's get into it. So the first question is, what is one beauty product that makes you feel like $1 million? Definitely red lips, and I feel like that's the most cliche answer that you could give, but it really is true. If I'm feeling lackluster in any way, or, you know, trying to pep myself up to go out, I will definitely put on a bright lip, and there is nothing better than a classic bold red lip. The one I'm wearing on my lips today is the Christian Dior Rouge Dior lipstick in 999, and then I also pulled the Aromi liquid lipstick in Power Red because since I got this in the mail last week, I've worn it 3 or 4 times probably, and I feel amazing wearing this, and I've also gotten tons of compliments on it, so yes. And then to go along with that, the other thing that really makes me feel amazing when I wear them are fake lashes. I haven't actually worn fake lashes in a while. I need to because I actually just got some new eyelash glue, non-toxic eyelash glue from the Petit Vour shop, but these are my favorites. These are the Ardell Wispies, and these from a more holistic standpoint, the thing that makes me feel really amazing is to do a facial steam and a mask. Literally for the rest of the day, I can feel my skin like absorbing the positive energy. It's not even like a tingle. It feels so good. So a good facial steam and mask is kind of my other, I feel like $1 million. Okay. The second question is, what is your skincare secret? A passed down skincare tip. My mom has really amazing skin. She probably wouldn't say that she does, but I mean, she would in certain senses. I think that she kind of had some battles with acne when she was younger, but for a woman who is about to be 65 this year, she looks incredible. She has barely wrinkled at all, and she's not really that into skincare, or, I mean, she is to some extent, not really in the way that I am, but she doesn't like go get facials or really like pamper herself in these ways, at least that I do, but she just has really good skin, and I really do think a lot of it is genetic. So I am hoping, I've been told that I look quite young for my age, so I am hoping that I inherited those good, let's not wrinkle for a good long while genes. Beyond that, for my skin type, I feel like my skincare secret is to not strip my face with harsh cleansers. So I oil cleanse almost exclusively. So that would be my biggest secret for how I take care of my skin and keep it moisturized and its natural oils intact, as well as exfoliated on a regular basis so that I minimize the dry patches that I in particular develop. Number 3 is share your hair care secret. I laughed when I saw this because my hair is not something that I am particularly fond of. I just find it a really big pain to deal with. Actually, someday I would really love to get bonded in hair extensions, even though I know that completely ruins the quality of your hair. I just feel like it would be amazing to have lots of big, thick, amazing, dark Kardashian-like hair. But for now, I try and work with what I have, which is sort of a frizzy hot mess most of the time. But as I also said in my hair care videos, the one thing that I have always loved about my hair is my natural color, which this is my natural color. I don't color treat my hair at all. Yet, I do have to pluck some grays out here and there. I don't know how old you guys think I am, but I'm probably older than you think that I am. So my hair care secret would be, as a way to avoid grays, and there's no clinical evidence, I don't think, to back this up, but I think that as popularized by Anne Wigmore, who, if anybody knows who she is, she's the one who sort of brought the whole wheatgrass idea to the United States, I think, in the 70s or in the 80s. She was credited with reversing the graying of her hair by drinking wheatgrass on a daily basis. I don't know whether that's true or not, or this is some kind of raw food propaganda urban legend, but I like to think that regularly taking a green superfood supplement, either green magma, or I'm taking the Ormus super greens right now, or chlorella, spirulina, any of that stuff, I like to think that taking that on a semi-regular basis helps keep my hair its natural color. And I will say I'm always extremely pleased when I pull out a gray and I find that it has actually grown back my natural color at the root. So this does happen, and I have seen this happen, and I'm always very excited when I see that. Okay, question number 4. What is your biggest diet rule? Very easy. Don't diet. I don't believe in it at all. I don't believe in restricting yourself in any way. Even if it's like shitty fast food, like if that's what you want to eat it and frickin' own it. There's no point in doing something if you don't want to do it. I personally think, and this is very new age, hippie, spiritual shit, I think that your energy towards something is way more important than any kind of dogma or rules about what you should be doing. I think that if you are kind of grounded and centered and really acting from a place of true intention and not a should or kind of a moralizing standpoint, you're going to do what's best for your body anyway. And I have done all kinds of diets. I've been vegetarian, I've been vegan, I've done raw foods, I've done macrobiotics, I've done very low carb paleo-ish shit. Like, all of it is bullshit, I'm here to tell you. Unless you truly have some kind of food allergy or one of the small percentage of people that has celiac disease and truly has to avoid gluten, I really don't believe in it. I believe in eating high quality, unprocessed food. I just don't believe in any kind of nutritional purism or dogma about what we should and shouldn't eat. So my biggest diet rule is basically don't diet and eat butter, because I will say that as someone that comes from a past of kind of disordered eating, when I started eating more fat, particularly butter, I stopped getting sugar cravings and naturally started to kind of drop the excess weight that I had. So just make sure that your butter is from animals that have been pastured, because that's one of my big things, is I think that the animal products you eat are only as good as the way that the animals are raised. Okay, number 5, any workout tips? Yeah, I guess I have some workout tips. In a nutshell, it would be to lift weights and to lift heavy. And I think I definitely fell into that camp for a long time of, I don't want to bulk up, I don't want to lift heavy weights. And I mean, I still don't really lift super heavy weights, but I think heavy enough. I mean, I can squat close to 100 pounds. You're supposed to be able to squat your body weight, so I'm still kind of working up. I have never had more muscle definition, I've never felt better, and I feel like I will look my best doing this, and I really credit it all to lifting weights. Okay, number 6. These questions are funny. It's kind of like a non sequitur. What perfume is your secret weapon? So I pulled 3. One of them is a very recent acquisition, but it's probably the one that I feel it answers this question the best, and it's the Eccentric Molecule 1, of which I just have a sample, but I do think that there is something to this perfume. I think that it really does make you magnetic, and people kind of want to be close to you when you're wearing this. It's odd. My long-time secret weapon was probably Thierry Mugler's Angel perfume. This is actually my second bottle of this, or I've had it refilled. Anyone that knows this, it kind of has like a cult status. It's a very kind of heavy, intense fall-winter scent, but I also feel like it makes you kind of magnetic in a way. Something else that I just feel amazing when I wear it, and I feel like that projects out, is Harvey Prince's Yogini perfume. It's a very sexy scent, and so I feel like anything that alters your state of mind sort of projects outward, and people are then drawn to you. So basically any perfume that makes you feel amazing is probably going to be secret weapon material. Okay. Number 7, a piece of clothing that turns heads. This was so easy for me to answer, and these are also a relatively new acquisition. I got these I think I got these over the summer when I was visiting my mom. It's 2 pairs of graphic print leggings. Girl, let me tell you, these will make anybody look like they have a big old booty. And yeah, they definitely are head turning. I will say that. I've worn each pair once. Basically, if you're going to wear any kind of graphic print leggings, be forewarned that you may make some questionable decisions. Okay. The 8th question is, what is your most treasured piece of jewelry? A couple things, and actually they're all from my mom. I don't really buy jewelry for myself that often, and all the meaningful jewelry has come from my mom. So the first, it's really like a set. It's these 2 rings that my mom gave these to me when I was in high school. And the other funny thing about my mom is that she doesn't give me things with the purpose really of being sentimental. They just kind of come out of nowhere. Like, I think out of the blue, I saw these and I was like, I really like those. And she's like, oh, you can have them. And so, yeah, I don't even really know the story behind them, but I have literally worn, and it's 2 separate rings. They're just kind of these, I don't know, very simple gold rings. I've worn these since I was 15 or 16, literally. They've never come off. I mean, I've taken them off, but I've worn them for a very long time. And so they're special to me. They're like an extension. A lot of people often will think that I am married, which I am not. It's the wrong hand. But I think in some other countries, not in the United States, maybe people do wear their wedding ring on the right hand. But yes, I am not married. These are just from my mama, and I love them. The other 2 are 2 necklaces. The first is this one, which is a Venetian glass necklace on just a very thin gold chain. I actually got this as a confirmation gift. Yes, I am a lapsed Catholic. I was raised quite strictly Catholic. I no longer practice, but this was just a confirmation gift, and I think it's really beautiful. The other one is also from my mom. This was a birthday gift of, it's been a while. I don't know. I can't remember how long I've had this. It's all tangled with another necklace. I was Sex and the City obsessed and got my mom to watch the whole thing, which I think she quite enjoyed, but she ended up getting me my own Carrie necklace. It says Merce, which is a family nickname. My name is Mercedes. And that's my mom. I told my mom I really wanted one of these, and I just assumed that I would always get Mercedes, my full name. But when my mom gave it to me as a gift, it said Merce, and at first I was like, oh, I kind of want Mercedes, but then the fact that it was Merce made it all the more special and sweet, because my family never calls me Mercedes. They always call me Merce. And it's more special to me now because of that. The 9th question, who is your style crush? I had to sort of think about this because I really do like kind of like fashion and style, but there's not kind of any one person that I feel particularly drawn to. But I guess if I had to pick, I would probably pick Alexa Chung, just because ever since seeing that Lisa Eldridge video, I was completely taken with her because I don't know why, she was so funny, and I just loved her presence in that video. And I didn't really know much about her before seeing that. I knew the name and stuff, but she's basically a British model and writer, and she's been on like some British reality shows too, I think as like a judge or something, but she also writes for British Vogue, and she's kind of known as a style icon. And I don't even particularly know that much about what she wears. I just like her, so we'll go with her. And then number 10, tell us something we don't know about you. I mean, the only thing that I could think that would be semi-interesting is my ethnicity, which tends to come up a lot when people don't know me. I sort of have an interesting and unusual ethnic background. My mother is Mexican-American from Texas, and my father was Irish and Polish. So I have this kind of Eastern European, Anglo, Latin American mix going on. And a lot of times people think that I look Middle Eastern or Mediterranean in some way. And my mom kind of agrees, and she thinks that there's some strong kind of Arab influence in our part of our Mexican side of the family from the Moorish influence in Spain with the conquistadors when they came over to Mexico and the whole 9 yards. Actually, my mom, kind of a tangent here, is getting ready to do the cheek swab DNA test that you can do at home. It's called like 23andMe or something like that. That's probably totally wrong, but I'll be very interested to hear her results. I think my dad's side of the family is a little bit more straightforward. My mom's is a little bit more of a mystery just because both of my maternal grandparents have lineages that we're not entirely sure about, from how much of it is indigenous, how much of it is from Spain, how much of it is, etc. So I feel like Latin American people always have a really interesting mix of indigenous, European, Black, Afro-Caribbean, kind of all of that stuff going on. So we shall see what arises from that. But so that's it for the 10 little secrets. I hope this was somewhat interesting, maybe. Thank you, as always, to everybody that has subscribed and liked my videos and commented. So I'll see you guys in another video really soon. Bye. I feel great when I'm wearing fake lashes. I just feel like ooh.